Joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before His presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord is God, as He made us, and we not we ourselves. His people and the sheep of His pastures. Enter in His gates with thanksgiving. There we go. And enter His courts with praise. Be thankful in Him and bless His name, for the Lord is good, as ever. Mercies, everlasting truth endured to our generation. All right. We are live. Wonderful. It is good to be back in Reedsport. We thank you. We feel like that we are family here, and what a tremendous job you've done with the building. I had a lot of vision here, and I mean, you've taken it to the nth degree. We talked about that. Before we get to the message, I just wanted to share with you something that my wife and I, my wife LANA, most of you know my wife LANA, she's my best part. Amen. A passion that's on our heart. Jesus calling. We were sitting in a service and they were talking about things going on in Africa, and having been there and seen, I mean, these people were so appreciative. Quickly, one of the orphanages that I spoke at, they didn't eat for 3 days, and they saved up their food because they wanted to honor us, since they had this table and they wanted to watch us eat their food. They're so appreciative of anything you do for them. And but I turned to LANA, and I am so thankful for a wife that no matter how crazy of things that I say, she'll say, okay. I said, honey, what do you think if we build a church in Uganda? She said, okay. So I went to a couple of people, one of them our senior pastor at our church, and I said, this is our dream. We don't know anything about it. So he got us some information, some projects, some places, and then some friends. The Lovell, he's the city county commissioner for the city of Eugene, doing a tremendous job. And he brought us some projects. And so we looked at all of them. And one of them was this village where they got tired of renting property. And so they sacrificed, pulled all their resources together, bought a piece of property. They started clearing this property. And while we watched video where they're out there clearing this property and praying, and they said, we believe somebody will someday partner with us to do something miraculous here. In fact, the name of the church is called the Miracle Church. And they put up some sticks, I mean talking literally some sticks for a framework. And they were going to put iron sheets, which is, we know it as metal sheeting, and they were going to do a little bit of a structure that way. And I joke, we saw pictures of it, and the metal sheeting they got is used. I don't know where they got it. I joke with the Lovells. They have been partnering in building other churches there. They probably went over there and just ripped some off their roof and say, we're just believing. We'll just borrow some years for a while. And when we saw that, immediately our hearts were pulled towards that. And so we've had someone send message to them that we will partner with them. And for $20,000, we will build a complete structure. When we say church here, we think of some place we go for Sundays and sometimes midweek service, or a banqueting room or something like that. But there in Africa, when we say church, it's everything. It's where they have schools. It's where they have orphanages. It's the community center. And you got to understand, they don't have all the luxuries that we have. Most places don't have electricity. They don't have running water. They don't have any of that. So for $20,000, we are building a complete structure, concrete walls, concrete everything, roof, solar system. We're putting a water system and sound system with some instruments and all that. And so it will literally, imagine you don't have all this stuff. Just, the Bible talks about you're the light of the world. When you don't have electricity and you see this structure that has power, that is just going to be pulling. So we are fundraising for that, and then in September with the Levels, we'll be going over and dedicating the building. And I told Lana, get ready to have your heart literally pull out of your chest. These people are going to be, they are just, but we feel, I believe God honors sacrifice. And the sacrifice that they're making, our good friends Lovells, he says skin in the game. They are doing all this, and we're going to partner with them, and I'm believing that it is just going to be, as the name that they've created for it, the Miracle Center, the Miracle Church. They call it the Miracle Church. I've changed it to Miracle Center. Amen. Where literally those held captive in witch doctory, all this worldly garbage will become and set free. I've got so many stories, but I won't. The things that I've seen there. And so we are just looking forward to doing that and partnering with them and see what God will do. So I'll just leave that with you. Amen.